Hi everybody out there. Okay, this word is a commonly used word in cattle ranching to help identify cows with their owners and also in companies to identify a product or service. What is it? It's branding. Okay, you've probably heard the word branding before. It's quite a buzzword. And a lot of people say maybe it's a logo, or it's a name, or it's a trademark. Well, yeah, it's all of those things. But really, branding is a lot more than that, and it's especially important in social media. So before I go off talking about definitions and everything, let me just show you what I mean. So go grab a pen and paper, get it in front of you right now. We've got a little experiment for you to try. Go ahead and get them. I'll wait. Oh, you're back. Good. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the name of a company or logo on the screen, and I want you to write down the first thing that comes to mind. Now, this can be the company name, that's fine, but I want you to write down more than that. What words or ideas or associations come to your mind when I put this on the screen? Are you ready? Okay, you're just going to have a few seconds for each one, so you better be ready. Here we go. Let's talk about this a little bit. Now, as we go back through these, the first one obviously was for McDonald's. And, I can't see your paper, but I would imagine some of you guys wrote down things like Big Mac, fast food, cheap, unhealthy, maybe even fatty. Those are probably some of the things that you thought of. The next one, Mercedes. Again, I'm no magician here, but let me think. Some of you might have said, wait, cars, luxury, quality, rich. Did I get any of those right? Did I? I think I was pretty close, right? I bet I hit a couple of them. Now, this is what we mean when we say branding. Branding is just more than the logo. It's really all the thoughts and ideas and emotions and experiences that are associated with a company. So yes, part of branding is when we see the logo, we want to recognize that it's from a company, but it's a lot more than that. And our job as marketers is to decide what we want to be and then try to figure out what can we do in our marketing so that people have a clear image or a clear brand image of who that we are. Now, as we go back and look at McDonald's and Mercedes, now, whether or not you like Mercedes or whether or not you like McDonald's, I would say there's a pretty clear pattern of across the board people thinking the same thing about these companies. And again, whether or not you like them, you have a pretty clear idea of who you are. So that you, the customer, can decide, is that specifically what I want? Do I want cheap fast food? Do I want high-end luxury car? And that is how we know that the branding has been pretty consistent over the years, and that they've been a pretty consistent business over the years, is that you kind of know what they are. And whether or not you like McDonald's, you're very aware of what you're getting, and they're pretty, it's pretty clear what they are. I'm guessing here. Now, I don't work at Mercedes. I don't have one. It'd be nice. But I bet you we can guess luxury and high quality are some words that they want associated with their company. How does this translate onto their marketing and their social media? Well, let's think about it. What colors do they use in their social media or in their advertising? Black, gold, silver, colors that indicate luxury and quality. Okay, let's take a quick look on social media to see exactly what I'm talking about this whole branding online thing. So you've heard of the game called Spot the Differences? Well, let's play a game called Spot the Branding. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go on Instagram here, and I'm going to go to those 4 companies that we looked up earlier, and I'm just going to take a quick look at their Instagram account, right? I'm just going to give you a few seconds on each one of them, and I want you to write down all the different things that you notice that reinforce those brand words that maybe you thought, or the brand words that we talked about earlier, okay? Here we go. We'll come back and talk about them in just a second. Okay, did you notice anything? I bet you spotted quite a few things. Some of them were subtle, some of them were more obvious. Well, let's go back through it again and see what you picked up on. I'll just go through a couple of the pretty obvious ones that you may have seen. McDonald's, well, first of all, their colors are everywhere. Their brand colors, if you look, it's just a sea of red and yellow. And a lot of you may have said Big Mac or fries. There's a reason why that comes to your mind. It's pretty much everywhere in their advertisement. And if you click on one of the videos, you see it even more. It's like pure action. Good grief. Who knew a hamburger was so exciting, but apparently it is. But if you look at this, you see bright, bold colors. Those are the colors you usually see in restaurants. It's colors related to excitement, energy, and more videos. You see people, it's high energy. Now as we go to the next one, Mercedes-Benz, a little bit different of a look. What are we seeing here? Well, again, they're working in their colors from their logo, just like McDonald's is, but it's a different sort of picture. These pictures are a lot more detailed. Their logo, you see their logo, they're putting it in everywhere that they can. But these are very detailed, even artistic shots. They're very, if you zoom in on them and look at the picture closely, these are pictures that you could like print out and hang on your office wall. That's how detailed and very high-end artistic. Plus, look at all these pictures. They're in all sorts of exotic locations. So even though they're not selling an exotic location, maybe they're selling the sort of car that you would want to take on an exotic location, or they're selling to the person that would be the sort of person who wants to travel around the world. So let's zoom down here and just see one of their quick commercials. Here's one. Showing all the features of their new car. But definitely working in their branding with high-end luxury, world traveler, artistic, and working in those colors throughout it. Now, boom, we go straight to Gatorade, and what do you see? If you're a photographer, if you've worked in photography at all, you know that they've just boosted the heck out of the saturation on this. The colors are bright and vivid. It symbolizes energy. Everything here, the bright colors, the motion in the shots, it symbolizes energy. And if we click on one of these, videos, I think you'll see something similar. It's all about energy and athletics. If you you notice they're working in that orange color everywhere. As you probably learned from promotions class, logos are more identifiable if you keep a consistent color scheme throughout. But plus, it's so bright. Switch over to Snuggle Bear. Bright, vivid colors? Well, not exactly the same. It's a little more pastel, a little more muted, and definitely a different feel to this whole thing, right? As we look through here, I bet if we clicked on one of these videos, probably has a little different feel from the Gatorade one. Let's check it out.
It's Valentine's Day. Give the greatest gift of softness. Give a snug. To spread the snugs from now until Valentine's Day, go to share.snuggle.com and share a snug. I love you. Mwah.
Okay, I can't watch that without chuckling. But if you look through these, very different feel. Everything says soft and caring and cuddly. And even though, again, they're not selling necessarily a baby product, it's just things that would reinforce their brand image. So I hope you picked up on a couple of those, and I hope that as we go through and start looking at these different companies, you're more aware of what they're doing with their branding, and that you're more aware of when you start posting things, how that you can use this for branding. So let's go back, recap real quick, and then finish up on our branding overview. Everything works together to say the same thing. Everything. Your font, the colors, the language that you use on social media, the type of things that you post, everything works together to say the same thing about your company. That's what we want to do. That's the end goal of this.